But first, an exclusive announcement. Following on from my efforts to support the Jimmy Murphy campaign for a statue in his honour or a stand named after him, some exciting news now from our big red family. Pat Burns is the chairman of the Manchester Munich Memorial Foundation. And Pat is here with a remarkable announcement. It truly is fabulous news, a unique coming together by fans and former players. Pat, thanks for joining us. Tell me what's been happening.
Hi John, thanks for inviting us on the show. I've been watching with keen interest the last few weeks, and I've seen a lot of interest, a lot of noise about Jimmy Murphy and petitions and doing something to recognise that great man at our football club. And I've come to give you some really interesting news for you and all your viewers, because behind the scenes in the last few weeks, a number of us in the United family have been having an awful lot of detailed conversations.
So tell me, Pat, what is the conclusion of those conversations?
As a result of all the work which Brian Mulholland has done with the petition, you know, Brian's part of the Manchester Munich Memorial Foundation. Paul Murphy was on your show, Jimmy's grandson. He's also a member of the Manchester Munich Memorial Foundation. And incidentally, we have Nick Murphy as a patron and Jane Gregg as a patron, because it's Harry and Jimmy who are as equally important to us as the babes and the preservation and the legacy and the future of their memory going forward. So there is going to be a coalition formed of six organisations which I class as part of the United family, who are known and respected and recognised by Manchester United. And we are going to be having a discussion. The chairman of each of these organisations has been approached by me with an outline brief of a multi-organisational approach to our football club to get back on the table a discussion around the art of the possible. Now, whether that be a stand named in respect of Jimmy, or whether it be a statue within the confines of the Old Trafford site, all that's up for debate. The really good news is that we've got the Association of Former Manchester United Players, we've got the Duncan EdwardsFoundation, Manchester United Supporters Trust, the RedArmy, the singing section, the newly formed group that Rich Mill looks after, and Big Lily with Keith Norris, and ourselves, the six of us, are going to agree an approach, make that approach to Manchester United, and start having what we hope will be a sensible dialogue. We do believe that the timing's right, given everything that's happened. And for the first time, we've seen somebody from the Murphy family, Paul, who's on our working group, come out and say this is something which the Murphy family would like. I think that's a very, very important point and a very salient point. I do see on social media an awful lot of comments from United fans, and it's all laudable and it's all done with the best interest, but at the end of the day, these are the two iconic families for us, the Greggs and the Murphys, outside of the babes. And we have to take on board their wishes and respect those wishes. So right here, right now, the time is right for a consortium to approach Manchester United to say, what can we do in the name of Jimmy Murphy? If we're talking about a statue, we can talk about fundraising. Everything's on the table. Let's see exactly what the club say to us at this moment in time.
Pat, it really is exciting news. And after promoting the idea of supporting a campaign to honour Jimmy Murphy on this show every week for the past month, I'm hugely encouraged.
It's trailblazing. This has never happened before. Consortium of organisations, part of the United family, coming together with a common goal and a common purpose. And I have to say, my co-chairman, Alan Wardle, Rich Milne, Keith Norris, Rose Cook-Monk, Duncan Drasdo and myself, all with the same level of enthusiasm, desire, aspiration and hope that this might finally lead us to a successful conclusion, which is what we all want. The end game is the recognition for that great, great man at the Old Trafford Stadium, like all the other greats.
Pat, that's absolutely brilliant news about the coalition and the united front that you're going to put forward to the football club. For those who don't know about the MMMF, I'm going to shine a spotlight on the amazing work you do in my next big film, We Will Never Die. But please give our viewers a quick overview of who you are and what you do.
Bearing in mind that I've come on to talk about a coalition, it's not really about the MMMF, but we are a group of die-hard Manchester United fans who have formed a not-for-profit limited company. We're a foundation. We're applying to the Charities Commission for charity status, and our objective is to preserve and enhance where we can the memory and the legacy of the babes. And we do that through charitable work, not just here in Manchester, but primarily in Munich and now in Belgrade as well. And you can find us on all the social media platforms if you want to know more about us.
It's been said before, of course, without Jimmy Murphy, many believe there would not be a Manchester United. But this is the first time we've seen a united campaign to get him honoured at Old Trafford. That must give us more chance of getting something done.
We are a united family, and there are great organisations out there. So if you think of the Association of Former Manchester United Players, the great work that they do for our ex-players, the Duncan EdwardsFoundation down in Dublin, our new RedArmy singing section bringing atmosphere back to the ground, Keith Norris and the great charitable work he does with Big Lily, and Duncan Drasdo from the Manchester United Supporters Trust and our own MMMF. It's unique, this, John. It optimises our chances, and that's exactly what's at the heart of this, John. Any one of these organisations could make an approach. Indeed, Alan Wardle was telling last week they made an approach and it failed. This is unique. It's never been done before. I've never known a number of organisations come together under the umbrella, under the banner of one key objective, which is to hopefully end up with some kind of recognition within the confines of the Old Trafford Stadium, our spiritual home for Jimmy. And all of the chairmen of the other organisations are as enthused and as hopeful and as, we will say, mildly confident that, given our respective standing with the club, our reputation with the club and with the fan base, all of us, united together, that makes us quite a powerful lobby. If anything is going to succeed, it's these 6 organisations coming together under this one key objective.
That's absolutely brilliant, Pat. We all know about Busby, of course. We always talk about the Busby Babes. The stadium address is Samat Busby Way, and we've got the Busby statue opposite the Trinity statue. How important is it to get the balance right? And what about Harry Gregg?
It's important to get the balance right, sorry, John. I'll just take you back to Paul Murphy's interview with you a couple of weeks back and how much that meant to him, and he was speaking on behalf of the whole family. So there is a question of balance to be redressed, and Jimmy is part of that. Let me just say, when it comes to Harry, and I'm speaking as a United fan, but also as a friend of Harry, God rest him, and the family. And what Manchester United fans say is absolutely right and absolutely laudable. But we have to remember that these are families. There are heroes, there are legends, but there are 2 families behind these great men. And we have to understand and respect and recognise their wishes. And it's only 3 months since we lost Harry, God rest him. In the fullness of time, who knows? But for now, let's focus on this redressing this balance in respect of Jimmy. And hopefully, one day, we will see something for Harry there as well, who, as you know, as I know, as thousands and millions of us know, he's the hero of Munich.
Pat, that's a great answer, and I thank you for all the great work you're doing and for coming on my show. And I look forward to helping you in any way I can with this great initiative you're coordinating for Jimmy Murphy.
Thank you very much, John, for inviting me on. It's an exciting time. It's not been a great year for everybody, apart from Marcus Rashford, who is an absolute star. 2020, you can forget it, but this gives us something to pull around, to focus on, hopefully to deliver for all Manchester United fans. We're excited. I know the other chairmen of the organisations that are going to be involved are excited. We think the work you do on Man United, the religion we will never die. I can't wait to see that finished film. It's going to be iconic and it's going to form part of our history forevermore.
Pat Burns of the Manchester Munich Memorial Foundation, thank you. Thank you for coming on my show to announce the coalition of 6 great organisations representing fans and former players to take up the campaign to honour Jimmy Murphy. So, as my regular viewers will know, this is something I've been campaigning for weeks. I'm really chuffed with that announcement from Pat Burns. Exciting news that 6 of our most influential organisations are preparing to lobby Manchester United Football Club for a more visible tribute to the great Jimmy Murphy. Also well done, Pat, for mentioning Marcus Rashford. What an outstanding achievement this week by our young England striker, forcing a government U-turn, no less, over free school meals during the summer holidays. Marcus truly is a fabulous role model. He's already helped raise over £20 million to help feed children in need. Meantime, it's good to see he's fit and raring to go against Spurs on Friday. Surely a future Man United captain.